Hey everybody. So I'm actually back in my own truck again. This is 190951. I'm quite happy to be back in it. The guy that was using it actually took care of the interior very well. So, I didn't really have to do that much cleaning, thankfully. Although I do need to pick up some more cleaning supplies sooner or later. But when I got back into it, there's a few repairs I had to get done. My two steer tires were bad. It was causing a lot of vibration in the front end. And one of them was actually not DOT legal. And then there's a small air leak. I actually found that during a pre-trip inspection. Actually, that's the best place to find an air leak is during your pre-trip or post-trip inspections, not while you're driving. Anyway, mechanic took a look at it. He said it's fine for right now, but the hose was put on order, and then my front driver's seat is really kind of messed up. It's slammed all the way forward. So, and then it kind of moves around a whole lot. So that's kind of annoying. So I'll be getting a new seat sooner or later to take care of that. Hopefully this next coming week, because this seat really does suck. Oh. It's just starting my day today. I actually had my truck for the last few days, but man, I'm telling you, I was not used to driving, and we're just gonna go ahead and turn on our lights. I wasn't really used to driving, and so when I went back out, the first run I did was from Temple to San Antonio. And by the time that I got back to Temple, I was actually pretty darn tired. Some of that was I was already up earlier that day. Excuse me. I was up earlier that day, and then I got called into work. So it's not like I was planning on going to work. It just happened. But yeah, if you don't drive for 3 months and then you jump back in the truck, the first few days for me has been a little bit on the rough side. But hey, I'm making it work. In the last 2 days, I had 2 loads that were over 800 miles on the 26th and on the 27th. I just started today with 260 on the clock, 260 something miles, 270 on my next 800. It went from Laredo down to Del Rio, and or I think it's Del Rio. Yeah, Rio Grande City. And so now I'm driving back up to Temple. I have a Gatesville and something else, and then that'll be the end of my day. So I'll have about 300, 400 something miles in for today. A little bit of a short day, but you know what? I'm not complaining about that. Be kind of nice. And then tomorrow I got a dual stop Laredo, so I'll probably just grab that one a little early. Probably be ready sometime tonight, slash really early in the morning. So I'll probably grab that one so I can get down through Austin and San Antonio before rush hour, as tomorrow will be I believe Monday. I'm not sure. I am losing my mind. Yeah, today is Sunday, so tomorrow definitely would be Monday. I am losing my mind, y'all. And that's just a mix between being home for freaking ever, and then also when you're driving a truck, you don't keep track of the dates that much, or at least I don't. You know, it's just how many hours do you still have on the clock? You know, like when did you start? And then roughly 6 to 7 days later, you know you're gonna be running out, or you're gonna be doing recaps. It's kind of like the time of the day is kind of made up too. Unless you're doing OTR or something where you could, you know, try to get more of a stable hour doing Walmart, it's kind of like if you have hours, you could be working any time of the day. Yeah, I like Walmart. I really do. It can definitely be challenging though. Excuse me. Sorry for yawning so dang much. I woke up not long ago. Slept in a little bit. Slept for like 9 hours. You know, before I started driving again. So, not a full 10 hours like most OTR guys, but you know, in Texas, you only need 8 hours of sleeper bird time to reset your clock. I think most of you guys will know that from watching my YouTube videos, though. But if not, you know, yeah, in Texas, you only need 8 hours, and you can drive for 12 hours. You see, I got 12 hours in the clock. It says Texas. I got a few videos that I want to try to do. I know I say that a lot, but one of them I'm hoping to try to do here relatively soon. Maybe even later on today. But I want to do what they call the zip tie trick on your brake system, okay? It's a little trick that you as a driver can do to your truck. And some of the mechanics at some of the terminals will do it if they see that, you know, you don't have it set up on your truck. But unfortunately, only a few mechanics I know of will actually do it. And those are like the real experienced guys. But honestly, it's really one of those dead simple things to do, and I wish that more mechanics would put it on automatically. But I mean, even at the end of the day, it's not that hard for you to do yourself. But you know, it will let you know if the air chamber, you know, that rod that goes in and out, that's what she said, is out of spec. It will actually let you know that visually without you having to climb underneath the truck and trying to push the brakes down and do all this measurements. There's a much simpler way of doing it. It's a total shortcut, but it works, y'all, and it works fantastically. So I will be showing you guys that here fairly soon. Like I said, I'll probably be doing that video later on today or tomorrow, kind of depending on the weather. I mean, it is a video I'll have to do outside, and I kind of want a overcast type day, but I don't want it raining because, you know, rain. But you know, super sunny, you know, also whites out the video. So yeah, that or I could try to do it early in the morning or later in the day to where the sun is not like, you know, super high up. I'll figure it out, y'all. But that is going to be one of the main videos I want to work on. And then I'm also going to be doing a tandem sliding video showing you how to use this gauge. This gauge right here, a lot of Swift trucks are now not coming with it. And honestly, we as drivers, we need to, let them know, hey, we really need this gauge right here, this suspension gauge. That suspension gauge is key. And I'll show you how and why. I was actually talking to a director at Swift, and when I was telling him how we use that, he was actually quite amazed by it, because the way that they see it is completely different than the way that we see it here inside the truck. But I haven't been able to make that video. He would love to see that video as well. So that's a video I need to try to get done. So I mean, that's like 2 freaking awesome videos right there. And then I kind of want to do a, this is how you train somebody type video, like, or this is the way I train somebody type video. But I need to get a student that wants to really be a part of that video making process, because I will need to upload so much footage on the way that I do things that it'll also show all the students' mistakes, and then how I go about fixing those mistakes and the progression of that mistake repair, So I'm hoping to be able to try to get one of those, but if I can find the right student, and I mean, we're talking about like hundreds of hours of video right there. Maybe not 100, but we're talking about a ton of footage easily, with different training methods that I like to use, being broken down. On video, they'll be kind of simplified, right? I'm not going to sit there and show, everything, because it would literally be hundreds of hours then. But I could show the very important parts, how it works, and then like progression with the student or something like that. Like I said, it will be a ton of footage. And yeah, so it'll be in its own little playlist. It would be great for students and mentors that are looking to figure out their mentoring way. And every mentor is going to teach their own way, okay? Even if I trained a mentor in my exact way, they're going to go out and they're going to do things a little bit different. So yeah, that's normal. But the videos will be set up in such a way that if you're a mentor and you want to find your own way of doing things, or you need help to try to figure out how to explain something, my videos would be perfect to give you that tool or that edge on the way that I do it, me. Not like anybody else, the way I do it. And then, or you can just have your student watch the video, or sections of the video. I'll try to break it down by sections as well. So that way, if you want them to see, part A and part C or whatever, I don't know how I'll break it down yet, but that would be doable. The road's getting a little bit more wet, so we're gonna go ahead and slow it back down to 60 miles an hour. And then of course, if you're looking at going to school for trucking, or you're in school, I'd actually recommend that you don't watch my videos on my system, because when you're in the school, they're teaching you, back up to this cone, turn the wheel this much, go to that traffic cone, and then count to 4 while you're doing, a somersault, and you end up in the box. Yeah. However they're teaching you to do it, seriously, just do it that way. Don't try to overcomplicate it. And just remember that everything that they're teaching you in school is complete bullshit. The school does not teach you correctly. And man, I wish I could be like a director over a trucking school, because I would totally change it up. You know, all those traffic cones and, you know, pull up to that traffic cone and back up to this. Yeah, no, none of that would be there. I would actually teach students how to drive. I think my system is very easy to comprehend because I'm not trying to teach something that's foreign. You know, it's the way I like to try to explain it, as most of my students be able to faintly remember, is you're just driving a really long school bus. That's it. I mean, you kind of forget about the tractor. When you're backing up, what you're trying to park is the damn trailer, right? So you don't need to worry about the tractor. Just park the trailer. And the trailer is like a really long school bus with a really weird steering wheel. Other than that, that's it. And there's a little bit more to it, but the videos will go into far more detail, trust me. But if I got a hold of a school, yeah, I would change it completely. It might shorten the school time, or it might actually lengthen the school time a little bit. I don't know. But I think students would be far better prepared for the real world than what the school teaches. That's my opinion. But then again, I will say this: I've not been through any of the trucking schools. I'm a country bumpkin. Okay, that's how I learned how to drive. I had a farmer who gave me some keys. It was actually part of my youth group church thing. Anyway, you know, I was handed keys when I was, 14, 15. Actually, I think I was actually 13, the youngest I was. And, I was told don't screw anything up. If I screw anything up, I'm gonna fix it. And they weren't joking about that either. And, I was hauling, church kids around. I was one of the trusted ones. So, I was driving, large SUVs to pickup trucks and trailers and all kinds of church function things. And man, I'm telling you, yeah, I did not have a license until I was like 18, 19 years old, but, yeah, so that's how I learned how to drive. I was told don't screw anything up, and I learned how to pull trailers since I was about 15, 16. Now, of course, they start smaller. Honestly, smaller trailers are harder to drive than bigger ones. All right, he's moving over. I was thinking about waiting until the top of the hill, but he moved over. So we'll go ahead and pass him. Give him the blinker salute. Now, passing on the bottom side of the hill like that, it's not smart to ever do that. Now, I'm empty, and so I was able to pick up speed relatively quick. That's one. Two, that's a really wide shoulder, and he moved completely off the lane. You don't want to go in the oncoming lane, even for a second, on the bottom side of that hill, for obvious reasons. You can't see what's on that other side, and if you can't see it, the second you go over there and you're getting near the top of that hill, I promise you that is when a motorcycle that is speeding, that is right there on that yellow line, comes flying over that hill and you're over there. Or a small car that you couldn't see. Just don't do it. You're better off just holding back, waiting until you crest the top of the hill and you're going down it to do something like that. Or just wait, honestly. Too many accidents or too many things go wrong just trying to save that few extra seconds. It's not worth it. But like I said, he did slow down, so, and he pulled all the way off to the side. Oh man. This weather's not too bad, but I'll say this: whenever it gets to raining, especially if it hasn't rained in a long while, it makes me tired. I don't know why, it just does. And even this right here is actually making me a little tired. Except I actually slept pretty good. I think I got a full 6 hours, 7 hours of sleep. Took me a minute to go to sleep last night. And then I woke up a little bit before I started driving. I just felt really lazy, didn't want to drive. So I just kind of laid there for a minute. But man, raining weather really does make you drowsy. Now, some people driving at night makes them drowsy. Driving at night really doesn't make me sleepy at all, honestly. My ideal time to start driving is like 04, 05, you know, or even like 3. You know, I like to start really early in the morning, kind of get your cup of coffee, you know, get out onto the highway, you know, get out of whatever city traffic you might be at, depending on where you're at. Get up onto the highway and, you know, be able to sit back and then watch the sunrise come up. And then, you know, you're done by early to late afternoon, depending on, you know, if you're federal and how much drive time you got. And so, you know, it's easy to get some food, and then it's starting to get, you know, dark outside, and then you have a good nighttime to go to sleep, and then guess what? It happens all over again. So I like those morning hours. You know, it kind of sucks waking up really early like that. You know, of course I'd like to sleep in, but I like starting at that time versus starting at the time that I did today, you know, where the sun's already up, yada yada yada. You know, if I had to drive a full shift in, I would be done until probably like past midnight. So probably like, you know, 02, 0300. So it could definitely, yeah. I mean, there's pros and cons to all of them, honestly. But you'll find like there's like a certain sweet spot that you just really like. For me, it's that early morning. You know, get your cup of coffee going, or tea. I actually really like to drink tea, loose tea leaf. But I haven't really been getting any loose tea. I really want to get back into doing loose tea leaf. So, and sorry if I'm bouncing around a lot today. I'm just kind of like randomly talking about what pops in my head. So yeah, but loose tea leaf, I really thoroughly enjoy. And if there's a certain like loose tea leaf that you guys like, if there's anyone on my YouTube channel that likes loose tea leaf, you know, tell me down below, you know, the name of the product, and I'll take a look into it. I want to buy some testers from 2 different websites. I don't want to say their names right now. And maybe on Amazon. Just try to find out kind of what I like. I really do like the dark, oblong, you know, very rich teas. Not really too much in the fruit kind, but it's been a while since I've actually had one. And then I like a tea every now and then that has a little bit of mint, not a lot, just a slight hint of it. I'll even, you know, buy some dry mint spice, you know, leaves, and I'll put, you know, 1 or 2 in a tea, just to give it that ever slight hint of mint. Mint iced tea, though, man, I'm telling you, sweet mint iced tea is the bomb. That is some good stuff. I need to make some iced tea. Probably do what is actually called sun tea. I don't know how many of y'all actually know what sun tea is. I was actually talking to some Texans earlier. I say earlier, but it was actually several weeks ago, and they didn't know what sun tea was. And so she was like, "Oh, she has to try that." And so yeah, but yeah, sun tea. You really want to put it in a glass pitcher, not plastic. Okay, don't use plastic. But you put it in a glass pitcher, and cover, of course, because bugs. And you put it out in the sun early in the morning before the sun's even up. Okay, and then you leave it out there until like mid to late afternoon. So it's a very slow brewing process, and you can bring it in early if you want, just depending on how dark you like your tea, really. But I would recommend that you taste it along the way. The flavor is completely different than doing it on the stovetop, trust me. But the best way to get water or to get your sugar in the sweet tea is boil a little bit of water, mix in all your sugar in that, and then mix the highly sweetened water into your tea, into your sun tea, so you don't get that granulated taste of the sweet tea, because you didn't boil it to begin with. So the sugar will be very slow dissolving in it. So you can do it with just some hot water. That's the way I do it anyway. But yeah, I need to get a glass pitcher though. I don't have one. I would have to put it in the bed of my pickup truck though, because I don't exactly have a backyard to just put a glass pitcher out unless I'm up at my house in Dallas-Fort Worth. But I'm not. I'm in Temple. I do have an apartment in Temple, but I'm really kind of torn if I'm going to keep it or just go back to living in my truck full time. I have no reason to keep the apartment anymore. So, yeah, that's that. Anyway, so... And it'll kind of suck because over at the apartment, I got the garage, which I have different projects and stuff in there. So it will, I'll probably end up get a storage unit or something that I could work out of every now and then when I'm not, driving. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. A lot of different things could happen. I don't know what's going to happen yet. I'm just kind of staying footloose, so to speak. I have no idea how long this recording's been going. I actually had a poll. And guys, let me know down in the comments section. I only had one person that actually replied. But my video formats, I have some short videos that are about 10-minute long, and then I have a few that are an hour, and then I had one that was 2.5 hours long. Do you guys prefer the longer videos or the shorter? Because, and this is the reason why I say because, is when I look at my viewing times, on my videos, some of you guys only watch my videos for 3 to 5 minutes. So I try to not have my videos very long because doing a 1 hour or 2 hour video takes a lot and generally kind of covers a lot of different subjects. and you guys don't seem to like that too much, but some of my viewers seem to really enjoy my long video formats. So I'm really trying to figure out what kind of format you guys would like. I would also like to do kind of like a podcast live, or where people can call in type thing. But before I can even try to do that, I really need to get some more equipment, and that equipment is not cheap. I actually reached out to a company to try to see if they would sponsor it. I've never heard back from them, unfortunately. I might reach out to them again and see what's up. But if you guys would like to see some of that, I do have Patreon down below. I don't know how to do the scrolling thing to thank all my Patreon supporters. I would like to try to figure out how to do that to where I am not having to try to type in every single name. Is there like a way that you just get a list or something? I guess I could Google that. I just have been very busy with a lot of other crap that's been going on. So I really need to take time and try to figure that out. Really thank my Patreon supporter. I only have one right now, and he's donating actually quite a bit monthly to my channel. So thank you, dude. Highly appreciate that. If you'd like to donate to my YouTube channel and help support the content that I'm making, you know, the link to my Patreon is down below. And everything from $1 or more is highly appreciative. You know, making some of these videos takes a lot of time, effort, and money. In camera gear, I probably have $4,000 to $5,000. And then I have that Alienware laptop, which I had to, I mean, I didn't have to get the Alienware, but I had to get a much better quality laptop to do the, you know, do more video editing, bigger files. The laptop I had really could not keep up with the upload schedule that I used to have. My upload schedule recently has been kind of sparse, but I want to change that. I want to get back into more of a steady upload. You know, yeah. So yeah, the laptop was really kind of needed for that. Also for color grading, I want to try to get back into working on my audio, trying to make my audio a little bit better. You know, just different things like that. I think it would be kind of interesting. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for right now. I'm going to sit back. I got my music already set up to play. So I'm going to sit back, play a little music, enjoy this ride I got going on right here. And I'll get back to you guys here pretty soon. Oh, real quick. If you guys want to be a student on my truck, okay? Best way to keep up with me and to know when I need a student or when I want a student or anything like that is go to my Facebook page, stephan.harz YT. Okay, the link is down in the description. Go there, like and follow the page. I post updates on when I need students and all that kind of good stuff, because it's very easy for me to reach out to somebody on Facebook Messenger and get a hold of people very, very rapidly. So yeah, if you want to be a student on my truck, that's the best way to do so. Go to my Facebook page, stephan.harz YT. If you are a truck driver or you just want to follow me, I post updates. I've actually posted a video on there that I thought was actually freaking hilarious. I didn't make it, but I post stuff on there sometimes on my YouTube page as well. But anyway, stephan.harz YT. like and share, yada yada, you know, all the basic stuff. Thumbs up. See you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.